Slow motion step ups. This exercise variation works really well if you have a box. If you don't have a box, you can still use a bench. Please make sure if you're using a chair that it is super stable. We don't want anything that's going to fall over while you are stepping up onto it. There are a few key pieces to this exercise, and I'm doing it in this way so that you can feel what it actually feels like to really use one leg to get your true hip extension or stand up. A lot of times when people do step ups, they propel off their back leg, and by the time they start loading their front leg, they're already halfway into hip extension. But we know as climbers that a lot of times we don't have the luxury of propelling off of our back leg to be able to step high and up onto the front ones. What we're going to do is we are going to have our foot up on a box. It does not have to be this high, it can be lower. That is totally fine. You want to start with the range that you can own. Now from here you are going to shift your weight onto your elevated leg. My weight is back, now my weight is on my elevated leg. So shift onto that elevated leg. I do think that reaching forward a bit can kind of help with the balance because you're a little more offset like this. So instead of just trying to keep your arms by your side, you want to reach forward. Now I'm going to get up on my toe on my back leg, and I'm going to think about sliding my foot up this box. Again, if you don't have a box, that's okay, but if you do, this is a super helpful thing to do. As you slide the front of your foot up the box, you're going to extend from your hip. So we're not using any momentum from our back leg. And you might be like, wow, that is really tough. Yes, it is. I've been doing these for a while now, and I definitely did not start this high. I started with a much lower box. I started with a stool that was probably about this high right here, right after I had Mason. So what you're going to do is foot up on the box. You're going to have your other leg just slightly behind you. You don't want it way out to the side. That's going to make it harder to transfer your weight over onto that elevated leg. So reach forward, load the top leg. You're going to pull up the box. But again, I didn't use any momentum from this leg. To get back down, I want to make sure the heel stays heavy. I let my knee come forward. My foot is dragging down the box to come down. And then I take the weight off of my front leg, okay? Not here. We're not doing this, okay? I want you to statically load, tippy toe, and then start to extend. So I come to the very top of my toes, get my balance, and then stand up. Again, it's hard. So make sure you take your time with it. You do not have to start this high. You can start lower, okay? The idea is actually being able to load our leg and get into hip extension without using momentum from the other leg. That's how you do it.